Hello, everybody. Welcome back. A Most Fearful Sacrifice by Flying Pig Games, designed by Herman Lutman. This is turn one of All This Is My Fault. We are on July 1st at 9 o'clock in the morning, 0900, bright and early. Um, and I'm going to attempt to do this and see if I blow a whole lot of rules or not. We are in the command decision phase where we're assigning division activations cards. I've done that already. Randomly remove one event for the artillery brigade barrage. Um, don't need to do that. Neither one has more than one brigade of artillery in. So we're going to choose two key event cards for the Union. I definitely want good ground. That is my favorite for the defense. Make sure I got the right one. Send that to the card draw deck. And I'm not sure where I want to go with the other one. Faulty Fuse is a good one for defense. But right now, because we're trying to get guys up here, I think I really want Fast Courier. Activate any one division for a corps that is not yet activated this turn. Roll one die on the chosen division's command table, but deduct one from that die roll. That could get guys up here quicker. The other one is, let's see if I can remember which card this is. Maybe it's redeployment. Move a group of infantry units only from the same division that are stacked with or adjacent to at least one other unit from that same group. And that's a good one to get them reinforcements up. They can move 6 movement points in any direction as if they're under a maneuver order. So either one of these is a good one. I think I like redeployment better. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and put that one back in there. We're going to put this to the card draw deck. And if I'm not mistaken, in this scenario, we are looking at 6 extra cards. Each side gets 2, yeah, and 6 randoms. So we're going to go ahead and grab, oops, we're done with that. We're going to grab 6 randoms, pull them down, and send them to the card draw pile. That's the Union turn. Now for the Confederate, they're on the attack. They're not worried too much about the good ground. They don't have a whole lot of stuff happening either, so getting a whole division redeployment or something is not really that good. A fast courier, on the other hand, might be appropriate. So I think I'm going to get first courier, put that in card draw. Then we're going to go for, I think it's for Dixie. I want for Dixie or Rebel Yell. Yeah, let's go Rebel Yell. Maybe we can get somebody in close enough to use this as a to help us with an assault. That card I'd like to have in there to try to pry them off of the ridge. All right, so we sent 6 cards to the draw deck. Now we should have 12 left. Oh, 2 of them. We should have 13 left. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Yes, now we're going to draw 6 of them. And we're going to... Oh, that did not work. Draw 6 of them. Send them to the card draw deck. Now we are ready to start the turn. Randomly draw, we did that. Build card draw pile, we did that. Now preliminary bombardment phase. Union conducts fire combat with 1 artillery brigade. We only have 1 out here that can fire, and that is Tidball. And he can see them. He is firing over woods at a range of 8, and they are a 2R. And you know what? It's never going to hurt to try to fire them. So we're going to put artillery fired on them. Let's get our handy dandy. Actually, I really think I need to go and put the sequence of play in its own window. Um, combat results there too. And down here we are R. The range of 8 is going to be long, so they're going to be 1, 2 to the left for long. And they're not firing at any cavalry or anything. We are firing at the woods, so we can't get down any lower than 1. We're going to roll the Union dice to see how he does. Oops, not the Union hand. How about the dice? There we go. 42. 42 on this one's going to be an NE3. We fired at these guys, so that's going to be a 3, 6. That's NE for him, and a 7 NE for him, so that's nothing going there. Up here, a little more accurate, a little more firepower is the 4R Tidball battery, and we're going to go ahead and fire on. You know what? Let's go after these guys. They've got 3 counters in there, and that's a decent amount of artillery. So let's go after them. Plus, we might be able to break that Davis. So that's a range of 6. And with the R's, that's going to be an effective range. So we're on down here. They're not in the woods or anything. They're not dismounted cavalry or skirmish. They're not firing over the woods or anything. No, we're not. That's a orchard. We're not firing over units. We're not firing at long range. That's for M's anyway, or in their R's. They're not leaving bivouac. They're not in a town hex. Buildings and towns are 2 different things. That is specified in the rules. Target's not in good ground. We don't have faulty fuses. We're not long range fire. It's not mounted cavalry. We're not in a defend order. We're not in a defend order. It's not a canister range. So we're just firing straight up right there on the 4. Union dice roll. Oh, lousy roll. That's going to be an NE for everybody. I don't even have to look that one up. I know that. That was a lousy roll. So they had a very ineffective um, open preliminary bombardment. The Confederates now, they conduct their fire combat with 1 artillery brigade. And the only one we have out here is Pegrams. So we're going to start and we're going to work left to right. And I think we really want to work on that artillery. So they're going to have Elliott McGraw fire. That's 8S. That's going to be a range of 6. And they are dismounted cavalry, so we're going to be having a dismounted cavalry drop 1. Not firing over units or anything. They are an S, firing at 6, so they're going to be at long range. It's going to be 2 columns down. And that is it. Confederate dice roll 65 and a 3. See, already they're getting the dice rolls and the Union aren't. 65 is going to be a T. 3 is going to be a 7. Shaken or skedaddle 1. I'm going to go ahead and give them a shaking because I want to leave them 1 there. And then down below they got support, so that's a 4. That's going to be a 7. So that's going to be a shaken or skedaddle 1 too. And I think I'll just go ahead and give them a, you know what, let's just do it this way then. All units shaken. All right, they are fired. Now, we might as well keep up on them. This is going to be another 8, but this is an M. Firing at a range of 6. And M's are 6 star star star, and that is this right here. They get the long range. At effective or long range, they drop down 1, so that's going to be an 8. They're actually going to hurt us more than we really want to admit. 8, -1. -1 for dismounted cavalry. They're not firing over woods or units. Um, they don't get that this time. So we're going to roll right there. Confederate dice. Wow, 61 and a 5. Another good roll for the Confederates. T again. This time it's a 5. They're a 3. It's an 8. An 8 is going to be an SHSK1, which means we got to do either the left or the right side. Oh, yeah, I screwed up a little bit already anyway. You have to do the left side. Could have done the right side. I probably should have dropped them back. We can either shaken or skedaddle on this one, and I'm going to do the smart play and skedaddle them. Both of them is going to get the same choice. So I'm going to skedaddle them both back down to here so they don't get pounded on by the rest of this artillery. And we're going to go take if they can make these guys fired. There is none there on Archer. We got Pegram 4R. I think we'll return fire down to these guys. They will be a 4 at long range, firing at dismounted cavalry. 4 at long range. We're going to go down to here. We're going to dismount a cavalry 1. They are ours, so we're going to be -2 for the long range. We're going to roll in the 1 column. Confederate roll again, not the hand, the roll. 42 and a 4. That's going to be an NA4. And they are alone, unsupported. So we've got a 7 and a 7 on an NA. I think that's both, yes, both no effects. So there you have the bombardment phase. We can go ahead and remove all moves and remove all fires. Or remove all fires. Actually, I could remove all orders too, but we didn't issue orders on that one. The activations, yeah, that's what it is. I don't know why I put fire on that. Well, it's an order. At one point, I was putting them orders in, but it was causing the stack. It really looked nice. They looked like parchment paper orders, but it was skewing the stacking, so I took that off. Sequence of play, then we go to the card draw phase, and we're going to do the first card. And because I'm playing solitaire, I'm just going to pull them onto the table. But if I were playing against somebody, I would pull them into the union hand. All right, redeployment. See, got that card right off the bat. You have one or two. Move a group of infantry units only from the same division that are stacked with or adjacent to at least one other unit from that group. We can give them all 6 movement points. So with Reynolds, see, that was my dilemma. With Reynolds, I could have chosen, and rolled a dice for these guys, and they could have gotten orders all by brigade. But I think I just wanted to go with the same division, and I really think Wadsworth. I know I'm going to get the move. Robinson. Robinson will be the one to go because I think we can get them up there faster. Let me get the terrain effects up there. And also, if you're looking, I've got an extension loaded in here that I will not share. That is the extra charts that I didn't include in the game. And I also have the rules and everything shortcutted up here in my help menu. That's just to help me out. That will not go out to the general public. So if you see this, if you're watching this and you see charts that aren't in the game, there's a reason for that. I have the game, therefore I can put it into Vassal, but I'm not going to give a game away for free. It's not mine to give away. Um, so a major road, we're not in march order, it's a maneuver order, so we're going to be able to move them 6, so it doesn't matter whether I move them to a lane or not, I still think it'd be in best interest to try to bring them up the pike and into Gettysburg and over, because this is just a long, windy route. So I'm going to go ahead and move all of Robinson's guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll also allow me to try to get a maneuver in if I can, if things work out properly for them. So that gets them up 6, and that takes care of that card. And I lost that card, which is why we put this in. There we go. We can discard that, go to the next card. Rally around the flag, play immediately. They don't have any shaken markers. They don't have any battle worn or anything, so we're just going to play this to give them a minimum move, which is 1 hex or 2 along a lane. So let's get Archer to start by moving him up 2. Maybe we can get any attack started early here. We've already got McPherson's Ridge, McPherson's farm cleared out. Let's see if we can take advantage of that. All right, next card then. Rebel March Fatigue. Play again. We can hold this. Play against any Confederate formation that just activated with a maneuver order and is using a redeployment event. I don't think I really want to do that. Because they're probably not going to maneuver. They don't have reinforcements coming in on on the 9 a.m. turn, so they're going to probably do an attack. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to discard this and use it for a minimum move and get these guys back up on the ridge, and maybe we can put them on a defend and rally them. I know I'm taking chances with them, but next card. Redeployment. Play immediately. You have 1 of 2 options. Move a group of rebel units only from the same division. And the only division out here, and they all be stacked together or adjacent. So that's only going to be Davis's group right here. Move them 6 movement points. I think we're going to get this attack started early. I'm going to send Archer over here. Maybe we'll send Davis over there. Or you know what? I really would like to put the whole pressure right on this ridge right here and see if we can't blast through it. So let's go back to the terrain effects here, and clear is just 1. These are all dry streams. It's not until we get down to this right here that I think we start playing games with streams. That's a flowing stream. That one's going to cause us some grief, so we want to avoid that for right now. So we can move 6 movement points. Downhill's not going to cost us. They're going to get that attack on right away. So let's start with this guy. 1, 2. Orchard's nothing ordinary. Nope. 3, 4. As if they're under maneuver, so I can't go any closer than that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to do that. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put them right there, just like that. That's all the farther we're going to move them. We're just going to kind of do our salt right there. That's going to be that card. Actually, and you know what? These guys can defensive fire too, and I think I'm going to do that. So this guy, I should have done it as each piece moved. This guy's going to defensive fire on them. That's going to be a total of 6. Get that up to the 6. And we're going down here, and we've got to go on whatever applies that hurts them the most. So the target is not in the woods. It's not dismounted cavalry. We're not firing over woods or a town. We're not firing over units. We don't have the range problem for the artillery, but we do have long range fire for the infantry, so that's going to drop us down 2. The target's not mounted cavalry, there's no defend order, so we're just going to go ahead and fire right on that column. That's the 4 column. And we're going to go ahead and roll the Union dice. They cannot buy a roll right now. 23 is going to be an NE. He's a 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be an easy no effect. They are done. These guys are going to fire. You know what? Maybe I'm going to fire both of these guys at them. We're going to go after them. That's going to be a 4. So we'll do the same thing on that one. That's going to be long range. Long range is the only thing they got to worry about. So they're going to drop 2 down. And that's going to be a Union dice roll 16 and 2. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I cannot buy a roll for the Union this turn. That's for sure. That's going to be a no effect. And 2, 3, 4, 5 is a no effect all the way around. So we don't have to worry about that. Now over here, we've got these guys 3. He can fire to either or. I'll have him fire at these guys. We'll go ahead and mark them moved. Try and get the bad rolls out of the way now. And that's going to be long range, so that's going to drop down to the 1 column. We roll 44 and a 2. We finally get a decent roll where we don't have firepower. 44 and a 2 is going to be a no effect. 4 is a no effect all the way around. So their defensive fire was, I could have forgotten it. We would have never known it. That's going to take care of that card. We can get rid of all the moves. And I think I already discarded that card, correct? Yes, I did. All right, draw the next. Seeing the elephant, play immediately. Force any Union unit with a printed CR of 1 or 2. I don't think there's any out here, so that's going to be a non-factor. So they're going to use that as a minimum move or a fire. I'm going to get and move Archer on up here. You know what? No. I'm going to go and get this Archer and move him minimal move, and he can only do 1 because he is moving in the open. So we're going to move him there. Next card is going to be Buford. I'm going to activate Buford. And I want them, roll D6. It'll be the black die. 1 brigade and 1 hex of Calif artillery. So I am going to put, it's going to be this brigade right here. It's going to be Gamble's. And I'm going to put everybody on a defend. That was a lousy roll. I am not getting the rolls for them at all. They're on defend orders. And on defend orders, they can fire combat. They can only move minimal move. They can engage, can assault, and they can rally. So that's why I'm putting everybody on defend. I want to try to rally these guys. And I'm going to pause real quick. I'll be right. Yep, see, there you go. That's me not having confidence and stuff. Yes, I can put these on a defend. These guys can attempt to fire, but the artillery will not, so I can try to rally them. Infantry can fire and rally. So I'm going to do a 4 at long range on them, which is going to drive us down, but we also have the defend order. So let's get our CRT up here. Do this. We're going to do the artillery is not firing, just the infantry is. That's going to start out as a 4, actually a 3, because they are shaken. We are firing at these guys, and they are in the open, and we're not firing over troops. So we are at long range, goes down 2. And then we are on a defend order, so we go up 1. It's actually going to help us out. So we get the fire, 35 and a 3. It's going to give us an NE and a 5. It's going to be NE, so it's no effect. That's all right. These guys are going to fire them together, and we'll go after him. They're going to start out as a 4. We got a long range again, go down 2. But we have a defend order up 1. Roll the Union dice again, 33. We're just not getting them nice rolls, and that's not going to do anything and no effect. So that is the end of their activation. The artillery did not fire, so we can go ahead and rally both of those units. Get rid of that, get rid of the orders, and go on to the next, see what the next activation is. Actually, I want to leave them. I think I want to undo that and leave those leave those on. You can activate more than not, but there are times where you're told to do something with somebody that's not yet been activated. So I'm going to leave them on as a reminder that they've been activated. Next card, Hot-Headed Rebs. Play immediately. Play this event on any Confederate unit that is within 2 hexes of a Union unit. Move that rebel unit adjacent to the Union hex. Resolve any defensive fire, and it must then conduct an assault combat against that hex. If played on a Confederate unit already adjacent to an enemy unit, do not move it, and it must attack any adjacent hex. That would be a good one to make him assault this hex. Because he's going to have to take defensive fire from both of these guys, then assault, and they can use their support. So we're going to go ahead and do. I think we're going to withstand this assault too. We're not necessarily have to, but we will because it's going to benefit us. So I'm going to use that to do this. Make him move there. I'm going to use the defensive fire, and this is where I'm pretty sure that defend. How long does that activation last? How long does that order last? Let me pause this where I verify how long that order lasts, because that's going to make a difference in this assault. For me, it only makes sense that these defends only stay during the activation, so I'm going to go ahead and take them off. But we're still going to move him there and have him attack. This is an event card, so we're going to be doing the event. He has got to withstand the defense fire, and I'm pretty certain we can use it. Goes up to 10, so we're going to be able to use 10 on that. I'm going to use all 10 of those to fire against him. Let's go ahead and this is where we get an advantage on that card because that's a Union card. Put him out there, get that division of that unit to do something stupid and make them pay for it. That's what we want. That's the purpose of that card. So we got a 10 plus to start with. This is defensive fire. The target's not in the woods or Devil's Den. It's not targeted or not skirmish order. It's not dismounted cavalry. We're not firing over woods or town. We're not firing over units. We're not at a long or effective range. No, we're an R anyway. Defender's not leaving bivouac. It's not in a town hex. It's not in good ground. We don't have faulty fuses. There is no long range fire. The target is not mounted cavalry. We're firing. We're not under defend order. If I'm playing that wrong, please correct me. This is R at canister range, so they will get the +1. And this is defensive fire, so that's all we need to worry about. We're going to go ahead and roll the Union dice. 33 and a 5. Still can't get that good, and we really want low rolls too for the red die. We didn't really get a good one again. That's going to be an R and a 5, and he is isolated, so that's 6. Going to be a 6. R6 is going to hurt him shaken, and he can do the or the right side, shaken or the right side. Now that brings to question and it must then conduct an assault. So he's going to have to take that shaken to properly play this card. So he will become shaken then. And then the assault combat is going to be Go for the attacker first, and he was a 6. Now he's a 5. That's going to hurt because he's low morale and everything. They're a 5. All right, for an assault combat modifiers for the attackers, not through a stream, not into a rocky hex. He's not defender. It's not good ground. We didn't get that yet. Attackers not in the marsh. It's not in the Rocky Woods hex. Not in the Devil's Den. Not through Rock Creek. The odds are 5 to 10, which is going to be, he's not going to get an advantage on either one of these. He's not enveloped. You know what? Three or more hexes, so he's only being attacked from 2, so he's not. So we're still good to go. Take those colors, no. 2 to 1 odds, no. Rebel yell, no. And defender's lone artillery, no. So the attacker's going to roll right there. Confederate dice, they are getting the rolls. A 65. That's going to be a T for the attacker. Daggone, they're just killing me here. For the defender, we start at 10. That's a T. You know, I might make another slider to select attacker and defender slots here. So when you're doing this, you don't forget. I tend to forget. We got a T. We have a 10 to start. We're at the 10. And we are defenders, so we're only looking at the D's here. Defender is dismounted cavalry, yes, so we're going to subtract 1. We are 10 to 5, which is 2 to 1 odds, so we're going to get this one right here. You don't get both of them, just one. That's going to raise us 2. CR differential, we're 4, they're 1. Actually, they're 0, but I don't think you can get less than that, so we're just going to get 4. And we're not defending in town. We are up a slope, though, so that's going to be another one added. I think we're maxed out, but that's it. So we have a T for the attacker, and yes, we are maxed out. And a let's be a good roll for the Union for a change. 51, not bad at all. A C for the Union, and I keep forgetting to look for doubles. I hope I didn't miss any of them yet. C for the Union, defending, and a T for the attackers. The attackers get a T. They go to the Union C. Attacker is shaken, and a must do the left and can do the right. So he is shaken again, and he is already shaken, so that is going to remove the shaken and turn him to a battle worn. And I will make him skedaddle. Status is battle worn, and he is going to skedaddle. We're going to skedaddle him right to there. Actually, it would behoove them to go right to there, so we'll do that. That card worked out well for the Union at that time. That was the same as 300 men disappearing, either due to casualties or desertions. So that's a good deal. That was a nice deal. It worked out in the end run. Didn't think it was when the Confederates rolled that T. Next card. Army of Northern uh, Army of Northern Virginia veterans. Play this card after any of your CRT die rolls. They could have used that one already. We can hold that one, so I'm going to stick that in the Confederate hand. That could come in handy later when we're assaulting things. So they're going to hold on to that one. And yes, the Union knows they have it. Next card. Fast Courier, play immediately. Activate any one division of a corps that is not yet activated. None of them have, so we can activate one division. There is only one division to activate, that is Heath. And we are subtracting 1 from the die roll. We'll read the black die, which is 2. Going to be 1 brigade or one hex of Garnet artillery. That did not work out very well. I'm going to activate Brockenbrough's brigade. And we're going to give him a maneuver. And that's going to give him 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just going to stop him right there. And that's going to be that. That gets them up there. Now, next turn when we activate Archer will be my priority to get them up here and help relieve the beleaguered Davis, because we know Breckenbrough's not early. That's 1,000 guys coming up here. And we crossed the road so that we don't have to pay that penalty for that stream there. Next card, Union March Fatigue. Play against any Union formation that just activated with a maneuver order using. This might work because we have not activated anybody yet other than Buford. So I'm going to try to hold that card too. And so if any of the Union goes on maneuver, and the Union has to maneuver to get their guys in, we don't want the command display, damn it, we want the cards. We're going to hold that one too. Knowing that once I hold them, we have to use them or lose them. Rebel Yell. Play this event before a new card is drawn. Pick any one hex containing at least one Rebel infantry unit. You may immediately move any or all infantry units in that hex up to one hex as long as they enter a hex adjacent to a Union occupied hex. Honestly, what I want to do is isolate these guys. So I'm looking at Brockenbrough, but if I do that, he's going to have to face 10 right here. That's going to even the odds up. And it's against him going up a slope with a 2 morale. So I really think I want to move Davis here, right to here, and have him assault. So we're going to get out the Rebel Yell marker. We're going to go ahead and put that on them. And they're going to have to deal with the defensive fire. Then they got to attack, but they're going to get a CR increased by 1. And they get a 2 column, which is going to be a moot point. We're going to assault these guys, and I will do the defensive fire, but before the assault, they're going to move. So let's go ahead defensive fire that. That's going to be a 4 coming from both of those. So combat results, that bad boy. They're going to start out as a 4. And defensive fire, but we don't have a defend order, so that's just going to be a basic. Target is not in the woods, Devil Den. It's not cavalry skirmish, not firing over woods. We're not firing over units, not at long range. Nope, going to be a straight up roll. And that is Union dice. 26 and a 6 is a horrible roll again. That's going to be an NE and a 6. 7, 8, 9. Might be a firefight. Yes, it is. Firefight. So they get to attempt to fire back. And that's a 5. So we have, they're not in the woods. They are dismounted cavalry, so we're going to go down 1. Not at long range. So we're going to roll right there. That's in the 4 column. Confederate dice. Daggone, they're getting the rolls. 55. R. It's a 4. We're going after this guy. Actually, yeah, going after that guy. Probably should have done them separate. Um, that's going to be a 4-8 on the R and E. We got lucky with that high yell. So he's going to go ahead and withdraw. We're not going to play that. So he is successfully isolated before the assault, which means he can actually come in here and assault again if he wants. But I'm not going to. And he doesn't get defensive fire on that. I could actually, you know what? I could actually say I'm going to assault this hex. He won't be able to move into it, but he can assault it, and they're going to back off. So we're going to do that and make them move, clear that ridge, and try to hold it now. Kind of wastes this all movement here, but I think that's the best way to go. That way we're breaking off so they don't have the max anymore. It's just going to be assault and 8. That Union infantry does have to stay in there. So we can discard this. And that rebel yell only stays in as long as till end of any breakthrough move or resulting from this combat, so we can remove all that. All right, next card. Faulty fuses. Play this event immediately before any one of the Confederate artillery units issues fire command. Apply a minus. Yeah, okay, we're going to hold that one because the artillery is not fired yet. Next card. Reynolds, I-Corps. Black die 2. Division priority number 1. And Wainwright's artillery. So my division priority number 1 is Wadsworth. He's going to be a 4. That's going to be the division group. So Wadsworth can do this as a group, and I'm going to put a maneuver order on all of Wadsworth. Maneuver. And up around here somewhere. There we go. Maneuver. All right. And actually, I could do road move on them. Uh, 2 restrictions, no more than 10 SP. It can't be used in the town hex. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a road march order on them. Actually, I ought to put that into my thing too. And that major road hex. This is not. It's a lane, so they can't do it. 1. We got 8. Correct. Maneuvers 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's bring them over to here. And down here, Meredith. They're not going to be able to use it either because of all these guys. So we're just going to get 3, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be their move. And Wainwright artillery. Wainwright, we've got Wainwright right here. Oops, I forgot one Meredith. He will be up to here. We have Wainwright here. They're going to move 2, so that's going to be 8. So he's just going to be right up here with him. And all these guys, they're all going to go above her, so we're just going to go ahead and move them all 8. 3, 6, 7, 8, right to there. that's going to be the end of their activation. Oh, crap. Man, that's the problem of playing solitaire. Let me pull the maneuver card out of the Confederate hand, and we may be drawing all that back. All right. Roll black and white dice for the Confederate. 3 and a 4. 4 is the lowest CR unit in the formation group is shaken. The group reduces its movement by 3. So we're going to draw all of them back 3. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that hurt. Actually, I think that goes. I assume that goes to everybody, so that's going to move the arty back 3 too. No, you know what? They're not included in the division group or formation, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the arty where they were, and we'll just move the formation back 3. I think that's the way I understand that rule. Because you activate the division group, yeah, you activate not the whole group. You activate one at a time. So these guys are going to go back 3. 1, 2, 3. I should have done that before, but I didn't think about it until I was done moving them, and that would be a perfect time for that. That's why we drew that. That's why we held that card. And now we can get rid of that card too. All right, now we can remove that. Remove that. Next card. Vague orders. Play this event after Confederate Corps activation card is drawn and just before the command table dries. We haven't used their activation yet, so we're going to go ahead and hold this card too. I want to double whammy them. Good ground. They're not really going to help the Confederates, so we'll use that minimal move or fire. Get rid of that. I think I really would like to get some minimal move going on here to move him up that air, just to try and get them guys up closer to attack. Next, Hill Corps. And we have a couple of goodies for this. So the Union has vague orders. After a unit corps activation card is drawn and just before the command, we're going to use that card right now. Bring them down side by side. So they're going to be before the command table die roll is rolled. We're going to make that if the card is 1 Longstreet, no. If it's Hill, decrease both dice by 1. Wow. So Confederate dice roll 2 goes down to a 1. 1 brigade from DP1 and 1 hex of Pegram or McIntosh. So wow, that really hurt. Good draw on that. And then 1 brigade from DP1. So I only get 1 brigade of these to roll. We don't have to roll any more on there. And then 1 hex of Pegram. Wow, that really hurt. That was probably a good thing. They would have had the same thing anyway. So I guess it didn't hurt as much as it could have. 1 brigade. That's going to have to be Davis. And we're going to put them on attack. And actually, before I do that, we can activate that artillery. 1 hex of Pegram or McIntosh. They only have Pegram out. They're firing over units. They're firing over units. They're firing over units. We want to use our best possible attack and that's going to be the mixed. So we're going to use this hex right here of Pegram. They're going to fire. We'll do that fire before we do their attack activation. That's going to be an 8. The range is 6. Firing on them. Confederate dice. Wow, another great roll for them. Well, let's go do the modifiers first. Defenders in a woods, Rocky Woods or Devil's Den. They are not. Dismounted cavalry, yes, so we go down 1. Firing over woods, Rocky Woods or town. No, but we are firing over units. Down another one. M artillery at effective or long range, yes, so we're going to go down 1 more. Union's going to play their faulty fuses. So we can go ahead and shift that down 2 more. And that is going to be it. So that 65-2 applies here. That's going to be an R2. And they're standalone. Artillery does not provide it, but infantry does. So the artillery is 4, 5, 6 on an R. Shaken or skedaddle. Let's live to fight another day, and we're going to shaken both of them and skedaddle both of them. That's going to be 5. Yeah, and the infantry is going to be shaken and skedaddle. Yep, I'm trying to get it in there, but it's not working, so we'll just do it that way. There we go. That was the artillery fire, so they fired. All right. Now we can move Davis on the attack. 5 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's an angled slope. Doesn't matter, that's still clear. Slope hex sides +1, so that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hold them right there. Yeah, none of them were going to be able to fire. I could have fired over there at long range, but too late for that. Movement step, we did that. Now assault combat. Eligible units are engaged with enemy units may conduct assault combat. This guy is going to assault here. This guy is going to assault here and use him as a support. So we'll do this one first. Oh shit, you know what? They have defensive fire though. That's how I keep forgetting it, because I really like to see that defensive fire put in there somewhere. Maybe I'll put a reminder in there. I keep forgetting to do that. 2 going into here. Do that before we do the assault, because I forgot. Target's not in the woods. We're not firing over anybody. It's not long. going to go ahead and fire 51 and a 1. That's actually a good roll. NE 3. It's not going to do anything, no. This guy is going to attack on, we'll go after him. That's also going to be a 2. Without any modifications. So that's going to be a union roll of 34, which is going to be another NE. And these guys are going to fire on, I'm going to try and beat him down 4, 3, 7. Canister range. We do get canister range for this, and they're ours. That's going to be a +1. All right, I'm going to roll up there on the 8 to 9 chart, and then Union dice roll is going to be poor freaking roll. NE 3. He's a 4. I mean 3 6. NE and 6 is going to be an NE. Boy, we just are awesomely nasty right now. Jeez. He's going to assault him. He's going to move. So we're going to just go ahead and have him move out of there. Dismounted cavalry can move 2 hexes, so I'm going to have him move there. He's going to move into there. Cannot offer support for them. He can attempt to assault 1 more hex, though. I'm not going to have him attempt to do that one. Maybe I will have him attempt to assault that hex as he moved in there. These guys are going to be required to move 2 more than, or 1 more. I'm going to go ahead and move them 2. Like that. And these guys. This is going to be a 5, 6, 7, 8 to these guys, and they really can't. If they leave that lone artillery, and so we're going to have to keep them in there. 8 to 7 is going to be 1 to 1. We'll do the attackers CRT first. They start out at an 8. We actually have the better advantage on them for the CR, so that's going to help us a little bit. Attacking, not through a flowing stream, not into a rocky hex. Not good ground. We didn't get that good ground. That's the only thing that bothers me. If I had that earlier, we might have been able to do something here. No rocky woods, no devil's den, not through a creek. No advantage, no advantage. Not enveloped, not take the colors. No advantage, no rebel yell. No lone artillery, so they're rolling right there on the 8-9. Confederate dice roll 21, a poor Confederate roll for a change. That's going to be an NE, and that's going to hurt their availability here. The defenders are 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7. We are dismounted cavalry, so it goes down 1. No odds advantage, but we do have a CR diff. We are 3. Actually, it's the same, so there is no differential. 0. Not defending in town. We are defending. We're not up a slope. That's going to be it right there on the 5 chart. Union roll 41. It's going to be an E. So the attacker gets an E. We have an E. Attacker SH or K1. I'm going to take the shaking on that one, I think, and keep us right there on top of that ridge. All right, that's going to be what he can do then. And that is going to be the end of that activation. So we get rid of this, we get rid of that, and we go to the next card draw. Reynolds. Before a card is drawn, activate any one division and increase the command table die roll by 1. I'm going to use that right now. Any one division. I really want to get these guys up here, and they screwed us over with that maneuver card. So let's activate the one division and roll in the command table. Let's do Wadsworth again. Increase the command table die roll by 1. I really would like Doubleday though. See, these are the decisions you got to make. You want to get Doubleday up there. Things are not working out the way I had anticipated. We're already starting to falter, so let's go ahead and do Wadsworth. I'm going to increase that uh, die roll by 1. So we're going to look at the black roll. 3, 4. It's going to be a division group. So all of Wadsworth. Discard that one. All of Wadsworth again. We're going to put a maneuver on them. Oh, I did put Road March in there. See, I'm not as stupid as I thought I was. They can't do it because they're on a lane. But they got division groups, so the whole group's going to have to just maneuver. That's going to give us a 8 movement allowance. Trying to decide when I want to cut them over. Do I want to cut them over and bring them up this lane, which brings them over here? Now I think I'm going to cut them over up here. Let's keep moving them on up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that where I want them? Yeah. Division groups, I couldn't put Road March on them because some of them don't qualify. So we're just doing 8 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that gets us right in there in the mix of things so we can start thinking about getting that ridge back. Now, give and take, give and take, give and take. That is it for that card. Get rid of these, get rid of these. Next, seeing the elephant, play immediately. Force any Confederate unit with a printed 1 or a 2. We have some of them. We have got 3 of them right here. That is within 2 hexes of a Union unit to roll a die. If the die roll is greater than the modified CR of the rebel unit, an immediate replay a SH result. Oh, this one we could very well knock him down. No, he's not a printed though. This guy is. Roll a die. If it's higher, he gets a shaken result. So we're looking at the black die. It's higher, he gets a shaken result. Very nice. I'll take a free shaken. Discard that one, draw the next card. Stand to it. Play this chit on any Union hex targeted by fire combat or on a Union defending hex in assault combat after the CRT. I think we're pretty well through that. We're getting close to the end of the deck, so I'm going to go ahead and use this as the fire combat. And I'm actually going to use this to fire on him. 8, 7. Let's do that. Let's try to fire on him. 7. I'm probably butchering the rules, but hey, I'm having fun butchering them, so leave me alone. Not really. We're going after this guy, and there is nothing going on that we need to roll for. We are in canister range though, so we do get a +1. All right, let's see what we got here. Good union roll, please. 65. Couldn't ask in a 1. Couldn't ask for any better than that. S. He is a 3. He's next to this guy, so he still counts as support. So that's going to be actually a 2. Stays at a 2. That's going to be a 3. S3. One of the worst results you can get. S3. DP and SK2. It's depleted him. And a DP, I got to double check this. They're already shaken. I think they just get depleted. Getting all the DP numbers here, and I want the DP. DP there. Your target is depleted and must flip over to its battle worn side. We'll also remove the shaken marker. Already on this battle worn side, so yeah, he just gets the depletion. We get rid of this. We deplete him. That's actually a good one. Status is going to be battle worn, and he's going to skedaddle too. That really knocked the crap out of him. That's 300 more guys off of the battlefield now, and we split these two up in doing so. That's a good roll. About time the Union got a break on that one. Next card then. Fog of War. Union's rolling, so we'll roll their dice. 41. Fortunes of War Rebel. Confederate player takes the Fortunes of War marker. That'll go to the Confederate side. Put that down here where hopefully I won't forget it. Next card. Starting to get down close to the bottom here. Howard, 11th Corps. Roll immediately. 3 and a 5. 3 is going to be 1 brigade from DP1 and Osborne Artillery. So I'm only going to get to move 1 brigade of them. And these guys are on road march. So let's get Schmelfenig going. And Osborne. So Schmelfenig is going to get on road movement. Road march. That's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8 there. That was a nice move. And then Osborne. Osborne doesn't get that. I think it's only road march is only infantry, I think. But I am not sure, so I'm going to quick check it. Doesn't say anything about them not getting it. go to the artillery. I'm going to pause this while I go through this. I'll be right back. Artillery always gets the same movement points, so that's just going to be 8. 3, 6, 7, 8. They're just moving. I don't want to bother putting that on now, but anyway, they're going right to there. Oops. Doesn't matter. We're done activating them anyway. That's the problem with poor command is they don't get a whole lot of movement out of them. And the last card, good ground. Yeah, the last freaking card's good ground. Oh boy, I could have used that one earlier. We're going to use that for default move, and we will. Let's get Cutler up to here. We're going to use him for a minimal move. Actually, he can move 2. I really want to overload that hex or not, though. No, I'm going to just move him right to there. Kind of put pressure on this guy to back him off of that ridge. And they did not get to use the Fortunes of War, but the Fortunes of War, I'm pretty sure, carry over. All right, so we're going to return all the cards. We're just going to put Fog of War back here. And it's going to put all the Union commanders back over here. And the Confederate commander back in there. So we still have Reynolds. I can go ahead and draw him, send him to the card draw deck. I still have Howard. Card draw deck. Still have Buford. He can go to the card draw deck. We have Reynolds CIC. That can go to the card draw deck. And the Confederate hand. I'm getting ahead of myself too. Oh, we never used that. See? Use them or lose them. We discard their 1 card. Did I discard that or did I? God, I gotta check that now. Yep. That's got to go back up to the. There we go. The Fog of War in there right now. I'm ahead of myself. We need to stop it. End of the phase, the end of the turn, then advanced turn marker phase. And on the advanced turn marker phase, we're going to go to 10 a.m. So I'm going to go ahead at 10 a.m. Get out all the reinforcements, which there aren't many. And I'm going to go ahead and set them up. And I'm going to set them off board so I don't give away setup locations and stuff. So there you have it. All right, we will be back, and I'll set those up, and we'll continue on with this scenario on the next video. Thanks for joining me in Most Fearful Sacrifice, Flying Pig Games, designed by Herman Luttman, and hopefully I'm playing everything right. That was an interesting turn. I did not get the good ground until the very last card, and it cost me. But at least we've got some Union units starting to draw in here, so we're going to see how this plays out now. See you guys next time. Great game. That was turn 1, and an hour and 13 minutes. Not horrible. See you guys then. Have a great day. Bye now.